Latkes. And what are these? These are like a bunch of French fries that are gathered together and then fried in pancakes, and they're delicious and quite a fun way to use a really simple ingredient like potato. And today we're going to do three kinds. We're going to make one using all-purpose potato. I call this all-purpose potato, and I've seen this referred online. And to me, these are just the staple potatoes available in your local market or country. No specific type you need, just the ones that are widely available. Sometimes recipes and restaurants will be very specific about the type of potato they use, Yukon Gold, Russet, PEI, but this is staple potato. We cook practical here, so this is your basic potato. And we are going to try a second version with a sweet potato or yam. No specific type, just to get a sense of the taste difference. It'll be sweeter. And it'll be similar to sweet potato fries. If any of you have ever gone to a restaurant and you had the opportunity to upgrade your French fries to a sweet potato fry, it's made out of a sweet potato. So it's a fancy treat that you can make in your own home rather than upgrading it at a restaurant. And the last type we're making is a combination latke potato pancake. So we are going to use a little bit of all-purpose potato, a little bit of sweet potato, and we are going to use apple. And why is that? So potato latkes are often served with either a couple of dipping sauces. One is sour cream, or the other is applesauce. And I gave it some thought. I didn't see it in any version online, in any recipe, but your apple is really starchy. Your potato and your sweet potato are very starchy. And I think that it can go right into the potato latke in just a small amount. So think of the amount that you would have as a dipping sauce. So if you have your French fry and you have your dipping sauce, in this case, rather than ketchup, it's applesauce. It's a little bit. And let's try to make that into a combination potato latke. And for people on the run, they want to pack it for a snack, and they don't want to have a pack of your potato latkes or pancakes and another little container of the dipping sauce. Let's see if we can combine the flavors, and then all the flavors are there in each bite. Let's give that a try. And so your basic ingredients for a potato latke are a potato and your egg. The egg is to make sure your potato forms together so that you can have your pancake. And if you want to, and a lot of recipes say to do this, you can enhance the flavor easily with onion. So we're going to shred onion, and we're going to add it to all versions of the potato latke we talked about. Okay. And as an extra bonus, we're going to add a bit of bacon because I have read that it is also it also goes very nice with potato latke. And again, a lot of breakfast items have potatoes with bacon on the side, or potatoes and sausage, or potatoes and pork. They seem to go very well together. So let's just put a few bacon bits in our potato latkes. Now let's get started. So we're going to start by peeling and cleaning these potatoes. And these potatoes are a staple. In our kitchen, we purchased like a big sack of about 10 pounds. And we left them there, and they don't spoil very quickly. So it's one of those things, if you're hungry, you might just have a sack of potatoes lying around in your home, and go ahead and use those and turn them into something delicious. So that's why there's a bit of eyes that have grown on these and little roots, because they are they have been hanging around for a while, but the potatoes are still good to eat. Hi there, Blue Bite. How are you? It is live, yes. It's a little bit of a different time, but I'm still hosting Sundays. So, interesting thing is, when I started streaming, Sunday 10:30 was going to, in AM Eastern Standard Time was going to be my fixed time, but I got so into this, and I really enjoyed that. I kept thinking about other foods I had to cook and wanting to stream while cooking. So if you look at my past videos and my schedule, I've been hosting, and last weekend I did 3 days in a row. I just enjoy it so much. I never mentioned anything about race, and I never would. This is we never talk about race, period. At least not me. And if you do, the moderator will go and out and get you. So, yes, so potatoes. And I'm not in Germany. I'm in Canada, and we grow a lot of potatoes here. There was also one thing I wanted to mention that I didn't bring up earlier, and I had thought about, was that for some people tuning in from countries where potato isn't a staple and they might not be able to find it, so other starch vegetables could be used. In Asia, there's this other starch, or I guess, what do you call these? I guess underground vegetables or root vegetables called taro. Hi there. Hi, Nunez. How are you? Welcome to Cook for Fun. And I want to know, what country are you tuning in from? Okay, great. So, I'll give you a chance to reply at your own convenience. This is a really friendly chat room here and a bully-free and safe zone. So feel free to observe. There's no pressure. I like to do that. I like to ask what country people are from, because we're an international channel here, and there's always a lot of international cooking and fusion ideas going on here. So that's all. Okay, welcome. So I'm in Eastern Standard Time Zone. Where are you tuning in from, or what time zone are you tuning in from? Yeah. So I was mentioning that if you're tuning in from Asia, or any of the viewers there who may have less access to potatoes, there's another root vegetable called taro. It's white in color. It's on the outside. It's all brown. It even has little like fur bits on it. It's really, really rustic looking. And once you peel it, there's a really lovely, I guess, flesh or fruit. Oh no, vegetable inside. It's white. It's got these purple speckles. And it's often used in desserts. It's definitely very much feels like a potato. So that would be lovely for making these potato latkes. If potato isn't something you can access, feel free to use another root vegetable. We're really just frying these into starchy pancakes. Great. Pomme de terre. Okay, earth apple. Quart au feuille. Okay, wow, awesome. Okay, great. I remember learning pomme de terre because in Canada, we learned French. In my case, it was between between grade 2 and grade 8, and I remember that. And I would have to remember the German one. I should be looking at my phone, because that's a technique that I started learning. So, Cortofel, okay. And if I'm saying it incorrectly, forgive me. I am picking up more and more multilingual terms as I do these streams, and I do research after the show, so I will improve. Hi there, Rikanu. How are you? Yeah, you're in Central Standard Time Zone, I believe. I saw that. Yeah, that's what I recall. um, yeah, great. So I hope I don't bore you too much with this potato peeling. And to be honest, I'm for the rest of these potatoes, I got into the habit of it while chatting. I'm just simply going to clean them, pick out any of the eyes, and I'm going to wash them because I actually like potato skins. I saw the peeler here and I just started peeling and talking. But I'm going to keep the potato skins because I like them. They're good. They turn out crispy when they're fried. And also, they're healthy. A lot of nutrients are actually stored under the skin of vegetables and fruits. So if you're able to tolerate the skin, then eating it is a healthy option. It's actually called the epidermal layer. A lot of the nutrients are hidden there. So we'll do that for the rest of the potatoes. I'll just clean up the eyes. But for the sweet potato, I will skin it because it's quite thick, the skin. So, okay, then that should move it along. And Kartoffel, is that correct? Oh, a speed peeler. Thank you, Nunez. A speed peeler. Is that electric or speed peeler? Okay, I will look that up. Or maybe it's my technique, right? If I can peel it quickly, and then therefore I'm using a speed, or I don't know, I am the speed peeler. Okay, so that's what I'll do. And I like potato skins, but if you don't, you can peel them off. They're good for you. Also, boiled potato water is very healthy. There are people who actually use potato water after boiling potatoes in their soups, or they just don't throw it out. There's a lot of nutrients that get released into that boiled water, or yeah, the hot water. So this is a lot faster, just picking out the eyes. Then I'm going to wash them, and they'll be ready for shredding in the food processor. Okay. And I have to get used to this looking at the cell phone thing. But well, you know what? The sweet potato will be my phone stand. You can post a link if it's food related, if it's within the, I guess, good spirit of the food channel. Okay. Kartoffel. Thanks for the compliment again, Nunez. Wow. Rosemary and potatoes. I don't even know what those are. I have to check them out. I'm just an average potato. Okay. Oh, rosemary. Okay. 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 Let's see. Test. Okay. Oh, so those actually work more quickly than these. Okay. Okay. I will check that out. Thanks for the tip. We do a lot of sharing in this community. So yeah, we really like that, and we always share food ideas too. We do a lot of fusion. It's yeah, we're enjoying this stream so far. Well, I can't speak for everyone else. I just hope you are. Okay, almost done the eyes, and you know, the thing about these streams is that you don't know how long they will take. You don't know when people are going to have to leave. So yeah, I worry about the time management of it. If things aren't moving along, if it's not interesting to you guys. Okay, I'm going to put this in a bin to just clean up while I peel the other vegetables. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm not used to looking at the phone. I think I'm used to like sticking my head, and it was really funny when I initially started streaming. I thought I should get one of those masquerade masks. So every time that I stick my head forward, I use my mask to peek. Okay, why don't okay, I gotta catch up. Okay. I would probably be no good at using the speed peeler too. It just looks, because I've been using this basic one forever. Every time I change habits, it sort of takes a while to adjust. I'm making potato latkes, which are potato pancakes. And they actually resemble, they resemble hash browns in a way. Earlier in the broadcast, I described them as French fries that are clumped together with, I guess, raw eggs so that they stick together, and then just flattened and fried on a pan. So it's basically like a giant a French fry pancake in a way. So if you're tuning in from a similar in the North American time zone, it's a really great appetizer. If you're tuning in from Europe or Asia and it's already Friday morning, it's also a terrific breakfast item. That is true. Yeah. So I'm reading about boiling potatoes and peeling them. So these potatoes never get boiled. They never get boiled. That's why we can't do that. But I love doing that. I love just sort of like, okay, I'm gonna pretend this apple's a potato, like kind of like pinching on the skin and then it just slips off. I love that. It's so easy compared to using a tool. Okay, so this is kind of thick. I might actually cut it and then peel it. But I'll see how I go. So I definitely have to peel because the skin is kind of thick. Yes, great. Potato pancakes. I do like pancakes. They're very nice. I don't know. The thing is, in Canada, we eat pancakes often with maple syrup, which is often made of maple trees in Canada, and it's almost like we're covering the entire pancake with that flavor that you don't really, you're really tasting maple syrup, that not really in the cake as much. Alien, this is sweet potato. I had another alien comment. Was that from you on Saturday when I opened up my pomelo fruit, and someone's, it might have been you, said that it looked like an alien head that I was ripping open. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Maybe this is like a speed peeler. I'm flying with this, right? Okay. Yes, well that was you. You're the alien person. Hi, Cameo Ken. Thanks for tuning in again. I think I'm recognizing this group is very nice. Nunez Benjamin is a new viewer to the stream, so welcome him if you can. Share the love. Okay, so there are these like weird crevices that the peeler might not be able to reach, so I'll just have to get my knife in there to finish it off. That's the thing about peelers, peeling vegetables. If only everything was a carrot, it'd be a lot easier to peel. Oh, I'm getting used. Yeah, like I'm adjusting to like looking down. Like I'm kind of missing this action, but it is a lot easier to look this way. But I feel like the eye contact isn't there when I'm looking sideways. Yeah. Okay, time to get the knife out. And I like that color. Yeah, it just, I don't know, it looks fruity tooty even though it's not a fruit. It, um, kind of looks like orange sherbet. Yeah, I don't know why I think that way. It's not it's not a dessert, but yeah, I like that. I like this color. Yeah. So there are different types of sweet potato. Is this a really strange looking sweet potato? Does this look like an alien? Oh. I had a weird comment on Sunday when I was making mapo tofu, and I guess I was looking at I was sticking my head into the laptop like I usually do. Someone said that I looked like a cat, and they wanted to draw whiskers. Yeah, yeah. I have seen uh, casters or streamers wear cat ears. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. It's these like little pieces that are very stubborn. Okay. I have two smaller ones, but I thought like this is a really good size for today's menu. Yeah. So, how's your first week of 2017 so far? It's exactly 6 days or six, I don't know, almost 6 days. Yeah. Does it feel different from last year? It doesn't for me. It just, I didn't really, I watched the countdown at home on my television. I watched the Dick Clark's New York New Year's Eve special. That's what I did. So didn't really feel like much has changed so far. But it's really busy at work. Okay, almost done. And I made this comment in another post before when another cooking streamer was in the room because there's another cooking streamer in the room right now. I feel self-conscious when I'm being observed by another cooking streamer. Not that like I would know if the person didn't chat, but Rikanu is also a streamer, who a pretty regular one, and I invite you to check out his stream and follow if you like what you see. So yeah, I think, and you gave me shout outs that day too. It's it just yeah, I'm sure there's a lot more other cooking streamers out there and other streamers out there too, really talented people who are watching. But the fact that the person speaks up in the chat, then you actually know that they're there. So it's like another just something to be mindful of us, that about being watched. Hi, some new people here. Okay, so this is not sweet potato. This is yam. Okay, so you actually know the difference. Okay, well that's good to know. I actually didn't know there was that difference. I'm really glad you clarified it. And the recipes for sweet potato latkes, and now I'm trying it with a yam. So let's see how that turns out. Okay, hi baby bun lover. It's the first time I've seen you in chat, so welcome to Cook for Fun. Oh, you mean these knives? Sorry, these knives over here because I think it's the opposite one. It's the camera. I don't use them all. I use this one. But, it's not as scary as it looks because of the weight. So when it's heavy, it's not as easy. You're likely to grip it more tightly, and you're not likely to poke yourself by accident because it's just big. It's heavy. Whereas this one, like if it's light, I might get carried away and start chopping quickly, and then oops, I just like skinned myself. Whereas like if I'm chopping quickly with this, like it's just heavy that I'm likely to be more controlled with it. That's just me. Yeah. So yeah, I think every chef has their favorite knife. And I don't really call myself a chef. I'm just a home cook. But yeah, I know that chefs get very territorial about their knives. I saw that on an episode of Top Chef when one of the chefs was missing their knives, or someone had borrowed it and didn't give it back. A mandolin. We have a mandolin. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oops. Paper cuts are the worst. As innocent as a piece of paper might seem. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's very nice. Okay. Instead of using a mandolin, I'm actually not going to be shredding the potatoes or cutting them very much with this. You'll see what I do. So you can see behind me that food processor. That's the route I'm taking. So it's going to get loud when I do that, but I'm just going to give this a rinse. I'm going to bring the potatoes that I had worked on back. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going to work on the apples. So the weird thing I mentioned earlier in this broadcast is that I'm going to make 3 types of potato latkes. I'm going to do the all-purpose potatoes. That's what I call the yellow one. I'm going to make a yam version, and then I'm going to make a combo version with both of those potatoes, yellow and yam, and I'm going to add apple. And the reason is that applesauce is a common dipping sauce for potato latkes. I also note that apple is a starchy vegetable. It's not quite the same as the potato, but it's also starchy. And for this third combo type potato latke, I'm going to add a little bit of apple in it. So the idea behind that is, what if this pancake you're making is a snack that you're just going to grab? You're going to grab as takeout and bring it with you on your ride to work or school, and just eat it. And rather than having your pancake plus another little container with sauce to dip your pancake into, let's see if we can make this into like a complete pancake with all the flavors you need, so that you don't have that need to dip into anything else. So I thought that, and apple goes well with, like, apple. People cook with apples, so I thought let's try that. Yeah, so that's why I've got some apples. Yeah. And I'm not picky about. So as you notice, I'm substituting sweet potato with yam. I'm quite a fan of substitution. If certain ingredients are not available where you're from, or you don't have that ingredient at home, but you have something else similar, I think I'm an advocate of trying to use up what you have. Keep turning over your ingredients, because they just keep expiring. And that's the thing, when you buy food, you have to keep cooking so that you're using them up. If you go a week without cooking, a lot of your foods, they spoil, or they just start to go bad. So I'm a huge fan of substitution, just for practical reasons. Did I call an apple a veggie? Maybe I did. I'm not experienced with using, I'm sorry, I'm going out of order. I'm not experienced with using a mandolin. My husband only bought one a couple months ago. I've never touched it. I, I'm not used to it. Like, other things are second nature to me, like putting into the food processor, using the cleaver. It depends on how much I'm cutting. I actually don't use a food processor a lot, but because of the volume of potatoes and yam and apple I'm working with, and the size, I want to shred them. Um, I have the food processor. I'm going to use it. But if, say, I were just using this, or maybe like half of this to cook, and I only need to shred half of this, then it's likely I would just chop it, because yeah, I mean, gadgets are fun, but they really take up a lot of space, and the sink doesn't get any bigger, and when you have to dry it, it's like it just doesn't. Yeah, it's just really cluttery. I don't like that. So you'll find in my shows, if you watch more of them, that I'll mention that I could more easily process something, but I don't want to take it out. I just don't feel like it. And by doing things, yeah, manually, sometimes I can interact more. But except for today, I'm using the food processor, and it'll be loud while I'm, yeah. Lurk. Lurk is not, yeah, lurk is such a funny word. Lurk. Thank you for the follow, Baby Bun Lover. And I'm so curious, Baby Bun Lover, Baby Bun. So, is that in reference to anything particular, or is it just a name? Thank you for the follow, Astro Zombie Photography. Wow, Astro Zombie Photography. Thanks for the follow. And let us know what country you're tuning in from. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, lurk. Lurk. Lurk, I guess means like take a look at, check out. But yeah, it's yeah. I guess it's the Twitch lingo, lurk. So I'm being told that I need to put a cloth under my knife because it's loud. I'm getting a text message from the moderator there. So when I put it down, it won't go clank, clank, clank. Okay, USA. I'm from Canada. Cool, okay. Very good. Very good. We have a mix of international viewers today. Yeah. Got Germany. Do we have France, or was I just dreaming? France, Washington. Oh, we have a few. We have a few viewers from the U.S. What the potatoes say? So. You mean the potatoes are actually in water right now? But the potatoes would say, "Bring me back to the stream." I've been hanging out in this cold water bath by the sink too long, and I'm starting to shrivel. Yeah. Okay. This is offensive. Not all girls cook. Was there a comment made? I hope there wasn't an offensive comment made earlier. If so, I. Oh, we need to make sure our moderator catches that. Not all girls cook, not all guys cook. Yeah, and well, there's a lot of streamers on Twitch, and a lot of them are men and a lot of them are women. So, yeah. But if you don't cook, here we promote cooking for fun. Yeah, I don't want people to feel like they need certain tools or certain ingredients to cook something good. And that's why I always try to explain items or ingredients that could be substituted. And I mentioned earlier for any viewers in countries where potatoes are not a staple or not widely available, they can use other root vegetables. Taro, which is common in Asia, would be a good substitution. It's this root vegetable. It's brown with all these like little fuzzy things on it. That's what the skin looks like. So you have to peel it. It's very, very rough. And once you peel it, the vegetable inside, I might have said fruit, I keep mixing up. A vegetable inside is white with these like purple speckles. And it's often used in dessert. I guess it would be comparable to yam, but no, it's sweet but doesn't taste like yam. And it's often paired with coconut milk in desserts. It's quite good, but that would be a very nice touch for making a potato, a taro alaki. I'm confused about some of the comments. Sorry about that. I'm a god. A kiwi. The outside. Oh yeah. So yeah, the taro kind of has a fuzzy outside, with longer strands, and it's not evenly dispersed. Like there's lines of them. So it's spelled Taro if you want to look it up. Yeah, kiwi. Yeah. I think about the weirdest things sometimes, but a very, very long time ago, I read an article about these girls who were living in an area near the Chernobyl plant in Russia, and they had a chance to live with these, I guess, do a homestay in the U.S., and I guess to learn and every day these girls wanted to eat kiwi because they believed kiwi was a heavenly fruit. So and that stuck in my mind. So it's a really random thing, but yeah. So I think of that whenever the word kiwi comes up. And also, I have a really good friend from New Zealand, and New Zealanders are often called Kiwis. I don't know why. I believe it's considered. It's the comment is endearing rather than considered racist. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's endearing, but yeah, yeah. So good things are associated with Kiwis. I like. But sometimes sometimes I find kiwis really sour. I don't like my fruits very sour or tart. I like them ripe. Yeah, that's me. I have a couple of sensitive teeth, so like sour stuff just. And I've gone to the dentist to patch up those sensitive spots too, but sometimes it just hits me. So. Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so it is okay. Kiwi. It's not endearing. Okay, it's negative. Okay, Okay, I will be very mindful of comments. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Good. Okay. Oh no. Okay, well, I'll still be mindful and yeah. Um, I guess the way you communicate something, your tone, the context, like that affects the way that it's received. Yeah. Hmm. But it's better not to have any uncertainty. Yeah. But interesting. I don't know a lot of recipes that use kiwi. I tend to I find that kiwi tends to be a garnish rather than a main. So I'm gonna I'm gonna look that up. What recipes use kiwi as a main ingredient? I wonder if there's kiwi sorbet or kiwi kiwi pie. Like it's got that acidity, like kind of like lime. And I'm thinking of key lime pie and all those pies that have a sour that have a sourness to them. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, and you know what? People are different. Um, that game you play as a kid called Broken Telephone, where you have a group of people lined up or in a circle, and one person says something to the other, and the last person has to say has to tell the first person. The first person has to verify whether that was the original message. And apparently every time that game is played, um, something happens in transmitting the message, and um, everyone interprets messages differently. Yeah, that's why people argue. That's why people don't get along because people take things the wrong way. And you can't always blame the person who's taking the information. It's also the communicator's fault too. It goes two ways. It's a difference. It's yeah. So okay, I'm almost done. I'm not. I don't usually use this knife for cutting, so, but it's in my hand. I'm very self-conscious, wanting to get the stream moving. Like, I don't want to like seem awkward in my actions. So, okay. I'm also gonna put these in a bin to clean. Then I'm gonna cut up the onion. And everything is clean and ready to shred for the Latkes. Yeah. Yes, I'm using this knife now. Oh, I've got to really clean this onion because there are parts inside that are looking a bit old. But as long as I clean it, I can salvage the good parts for cooking with. Yeah. So this is actually my first time doing a weeknight cast. My streams over the holidays were all on the weekend or during the day. I had one evening one, that was New Year's Eve, but this is my first time doing a stream after work. I'm just trying it out to see how I'm gonna feel for things. I really like streaming. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast that I had committed to a fixed schedule of 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sundays, and just from having so much fun doing them, I added more and more streams outside the schedule, and I'm constantly posting updates to my channel feed on my page of an upcoming stream. Basically, after I stream, I start thinking about what to cook for the next stream, and once I know that I have everything, I can do it. I have the time to do it. I can get all the ingredients on time. Then I post right away. I get really excited, and so I was supposed to have just one stream last Sunday, so once per week. But I ended up doing 2 streams on New Year's Eve, a breakfast one and a evening one. And then I did my Sunday one. And then I did another one on Monday. I just couldn't resist. It's just so much fun. Like on New Year's Eve, I had a friend come over for brunch. I thought, okay, I'm going to be making something that I think she likes, and I think I think other people would like it, so it'd be fun to add that on the channel. Then for New Year's Eve, I made some party foods. I made nachos and pico de gallo and guacamole, and I made a Thai pomelo shrimp salad. And I thought, I want to share that as well with people. So it just, and my dad gave us this pineapple last weekend, and then I saw it on our counter, and I thought, okay, I have to make pineapple fried rice. So my menu is set for Sunday, and now I'm adding an extra stream on Saturday so that I can make pineapple rice. And I'm going to cut this in half lengthwise. I'm going to scoop pineapple out, and I'm going to preserve the shell of the pineapple to use as bowls. For the fried rice. So that's going to look really pretty, and I'm excited about that. So it just happens. I keep coming up with new ideas, and I end up streaming more than I think I would. So it just happens. Yeah. Thank you for the hose. Hey. Yeah, it's just so much fun. And when I stream while cooking no longer feels like a chore. It's not like, oh, I'm cooking and whatever. It's taking a lot of time. I have a lot of dishes to wash now. It it's a fun thing because I'm doing it in the company of you guys. It's so much fun. And then after I'm done, the food's already cooked. It's like this other person, not me, did it. Like this person in front of you did it, but like, it just sort of happened. Like the time just flew by and the food is done. So yeah, that sounds weird. I know. Funny thing was yesterday or 2 days ago sorry, that's loud. I was told to use a towel when I put it down. Okay. A couple days ago I was cooking, but I wasn't streaming, and it felt weird. I was preparing something. My husband was beside me. He was looking at me, and I'm thinking, should I be narrating? Yeah. Okay, we're almost done cleaning these, and I'll also put this in water because there's a lot of like old parts that have to get discarded. Okay, so I'm going to clean these. I'm going to clean everything and be right back. I also have sausages cooking because the pancakes are going to be paired with the sausages, but they're not homemade sausages. That's why I didn't really feature it as part of the stream. They're just store-bought Italian sausages, and they were just cooking. So I'm going to fire it up to a medium to reduce the liquids. I had the cover on so they would steam cook in the centers of them while doing all that prep. Okay, so I'll clean everything and be back really quickly. All right. They don't take that long to clean. Just mainly any particles or pieces of peel that might have not rubbed off get rinsed off. Okay. Before I cut them into chunks that will fit into the food processor, I'm going to dry them. And drying the vegetables or anything that you're going to fry is very important. And when you fry, it just helps promote the product to being a crispier fried product. So it's always good to dry them. And I'll have to dry them again once they're processed because there might be like liquids inside. Let's get them nice and dry. I'm going to grab another bin. Pull under. Okay. Some of you might know that I'm new to Twitch, streaming. I've never had an account before, and I'm still learning different features. And so I don't have any music. I did see in a program called Nightbot that you can have commands for viewers to select songs. I'd like to figure out how to use that because I think that would be fun. And to hear the different type of music that people like and have it on a jukebox, I guess, in impromptu jukebox mode. Yeah. I was told one time to select music that fits the food that I'm cooking, but I don't. My food is always different. It's always fusion. It's never completely food from one country, and I don't really want to associate my show with any particular stream as being uh, um, I don't know, like identified with a single country, a single culture. That's not, yeah, I don't want people to turn on my stream and hear music from a certain country and think that I only cook food from that place. So I want to keep it open. Yeah, I think that's a good way to describe it. Okay, the sausages. Okay, lower it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm just drying these potatoes, and I've remembered to sort them because they're not all cooking together. Only the last type of pancake will contain all the ingredients. Okay. You need some metal chopsticks. Metal chopsticks are really nice. They're really modern looking. I don't have a pair here. I did own a pair. I don't know where they are. They are slim. I like chopsticks that are a little thicker. These are wooden chopsticks. I like the feel of thicker chopsticks. Yeah, I don't know, they just fit better, like between the fingers. Like, I'll show you something else too. Check these out. These are chopsticks that are used in restaurant kitchens to when handling larger pots, especially larger pots of boiling broth with noodles. You need that to pick up the noodles. So because of the size of the larger pot. So, but I got these as a gift, and yeah, they're cute, and they're painted, and they're nice. Okay, so I'm gonna put the potatoes in, dried potatoes in the bin. A fish spat. Oh, you've got takeout chopsticks. Those are great too. Yeah, you can use them for different things. I'll tell you something funny. One time I slammed the door in my toe. It really, really hurt. That was by accident, and I wasn't sure if I broke my toe, so I took a takeout chopstick. I broke it, and I made a homemade splint just in case. I didn't really want to go to a doctor for something like that, and I don't think I actually broke anything, but I wasn't sure, so I made a splint out of a takeout chopstick, and I wore flip-flops that day. Yeah, I know people use chopsticks. Use popsicle sticks to splint broken fingers, so that was like my makeshift splint. Okay, so I trust this is a food-related link. It says Tiger Chef. Okay, fish spat. Okay, I've seen those before. And what do you use the fish spat for? Is it because you saw me use the chopsticks to check on the sausages and like flip them around like that you mentioned you use a fish spat? Alright. Okay. I have a spoon rest here. Okay, so everyone's got their favorite tool. Like mine's the cleaver, and apart from chopping, I also use it to crush garlic. I've used it to crush Szechuan peppercorns. They resemble black peppercorns, Szechuan peppercorns. Where are they? They're hiding. I'll have to find them because I need the peppers for the. Okay. Huh. Interesting. They just disappeared like that. Okay. So this is great for crushing. It's also great for picking stuff up. You slide it, you slide it underneath, and like you pick stuff up and you put it in your pot or whatever. Or you can use this end to crush, but it's kind of small. Like why would you use this if you can use that? So I like how it's multifunctional. Oh, you're looking at. You can tell. Really? I can't tell. Yeah. I don't use those other knives. Yeah, my husband got those. I think those are German. Are they German? This is IKEA. Global, yeah. Japan. Oh, okay. These sausages are okay. 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 One next to the cutting board. This one? Oh, yes. Okay. Japan. Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to use a towel when I put the knife down because it's loud for you guys. Okay, I'm mixing them up. The apples should go in the small one. Okay. Okay. We have a little friend that might make a special appearance. Oh, okay, you're running away. Give him a second, he'll come back. It's my little dog. Yeah. He knows something is cooking. He can smell. He can smell what's on the stove. Okay. I can't sneak up on him and pick him up because he's really quick. Okay. Oh, okay. You just bought a new knife. And what kind of knife did you buy? Okay. Say hi. Usually if I have a piece of meat, I would get him to look at the camera. This is Winston. Hello. Okay, wash my hands. Okay. Okay, I'm going to dry all these onions. Huh. Okay. There's some residue in here, so give it a rinse. Yeah, Boston Terrier. Yeah. Yeah, he shows up every now and then to say hi. Yeah. And I will be adding some bacon to this, so he's likely to get a little treat at that time. Oh, my sink, what happened to it? You want to see it? Well, there's like dirty dishes in it. Okay, let's see if you can see. Yeah. The sink is over there. See, it's messy. Now I'm going to turn it back so that you don't see the mess. Okay, now I'm going to fix this. Oops. Okay, I think we're okay there. Okay. Oh, cool. Wow. Okay. What kind of sink are you getting? I don't know if I positioned the camera, like if it was like higher or lower before. It's not exactly close up. Here. Okay, and is it a single sink or a double? Does it come with a faucet, or is that like a addition you have to put on? Our faucet doesn't have the hose, so you can't fit like certain large pots under it. Oh, for sure. Yeah. You don't need fancy. You don't need fancy. Yeah. 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 See the way I cook? It's not fancy. Okay. Okay. So I mentioned too that I'm going to use a processor to shred all of these ingredients, but if you don't have one, just use a mandolin or use a peeler, or just chop it. Yeah, it's not a big deal how thin or thick they are, as long as you're trying to get a similar shape. You're julienne. You're julienning. Is that a verb? You're julienning the the vegetables and the apple. Julienning, cutting them into julienne shapes. Is that how you describe it? Julienne shapes. You're julienning. Yeah, a lot of yeah, a lot of things don't fit in sinks. I find that these handles, you can't stick the whole pan in the sink. It has to go diagonal. And I was thinking the other day, I wonder if there are pans where the handle folds so that you can stick it in the sink and clean it with a lot more ease. Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Now let's shred everything up. But first, we cut them into a size that would allow it to fit in the shredder. So this is the thing that pushes the ingredients down into the processor, so it has to like fit in this in order to work. So pretty much gonna just cut these potatoes in half lengthwise. They should fit. Yeah, so it's fine. Okay. You posted. Sorry, okay, it was after. I'll take a look at that. Okay. Wow. I'm trying to read that character. I don't. I'm not fluent in. This is called Han characters. I'm not fluent in reading Han characters, but yeah. Hmm. But I will try to look that up. Do you know what that means? Is that a personalized knife? $1 million idea. Shun? Okay. Okay. Have you tried this knife before? Are you buying this did you buy this based on reviews? It's a Shun Kanso. Okay. Have you used one before? How is it different from, I don't know, the knife you're using now? Shun Kanso. Okay, I'll check that out. Cool. Yeah. Huh. I get nervous when using expensive stuff. Like, yeah. Can't let anything happen to it. This is a very staple, basic Chinese cleaver. It's probably worth less than $20 US. It's good and it's not expensive. Yeah, we have an expensive knife. Actually, it's kind of similar to the one. I don't know, but this is also it's also a Japanese knife. It's from Tamahagain, Kyoto, Japan. That's a Tamahagane, Tamahagane. That's the brand. It's from a knife shop, a popular knife shop in Tokyo. This was very pricey. I've never used it because I'm afraid of using it. This is a toy for my husband. He picked this out. He picked this out. He's used it before. I've just never used it. Should I try using it? I'm just so comfortable with this that yeah. I don't want to be the one who does something to it. So I'll stick with what I'm comfortable with. Yeah. You don't need a fancy knife to coat. You can use a knife that you like. You can use a fancy knife if you want to, but you don't have to because we cook for fun here. Okay. You bought it for the looks. Yeah, I mean sometimes. Yeah. I mean, a chef's prized possession is the knife. Like, chefs are very territorial about their knives. So. Okay, so these can go in the food processor. I just keep cutting the rest. So I'm cutting and I'm drying. Drying is very important when frying potatoes. I wonder if I'll dry them after they're shredded. Do you think that's necessary after I shred them? Or do you think I have to pat them dry again? I might, just because I'm in the habit of doing that. But, yeah. They don't have to be perfectly dry, but that's always a recommendation that before frying they have to be patted dry. Yeah, you don't let anyone touch it. Yeah, and it's very easy to chip a knife, really easy. So, yep, I can understand. Okay. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll just. Yeah. So these should fit nicely in the food processor. Okay, I'm gonna pat these dry too. I'm actually making quite a lot. It didn't seem that way when the ingredients were not cut, but now that they're cut, I'll show you. Like, there's just so many bowls of these. So it's gonna make a lot. I'll decide if I'll make them all or store some of it for cooking tomorrow. I'll probably do 1 pan's worth so that you can all see how it turns out, and I can try those in front of you to let you know the difference in taste between them. But yeah, it looks like if I were to do them all, it'd take quite a while. Yeah. All right. So everything's gonna be processed in the food processor. And I'm gonna decide if I'll make them all or set some aside for, I'll probably make them all. I can take out an extra pan and just make them all because we'll need some leftovers for lunch tomorrow. We love cooking in bulk in order to have leftovers for lunch the next day. So I'll do that. I will take our sausages out. Yeah. Okay. They're not homemade. I don't have a sausage maker, but I was mentioning in previous streams that if you don't have a sausage maker, one idea is to make sausage filling, either form them into meatballs. You might need to add extra egg or even gelatin powder to keep them together if you don't, since there's no casing, or to use the filling in dumpling, either by buying store-bought dumpling wrappers or making your own dumpling wrappers or a ravioli sheet and filling your ravioli with the sausage filling. So that's one way to get the taste of sausages if you like sausages like I do, but don't have a machine. And also, it's not convenient to buy sausage casing. You have to go to a butcher. Most supermarkets don't carry it, and it's probably not cost effective to buy a casing to make just a few sausages. It's probably more of a pricier hobby to get into making sausages. So that's fine. Okay, I'm gonna start shredding the different ingredients. It'll be noisy, but I'll be back. right. Oops, I have to put on the shred setting. Okay. Ta-da! Here's all the shredded potato. So fast. They're actually pretty wet, so I will pat them dry just before I mix it. And now I'm going to shred the yam. And I always unplug and replug it in between, I guess, operation, because I'm afraid of it going off when I take the food out. Even though there's a safety feature, I just am paranoid, so I unplug it just to be extra careful. That made a lot of shredded yam. Looks like carrot. Yeah, and it's very wet. And these starchy vegetables have a lot of liquids in them. Okay, now the onions. I will do, yeah, sliced onions. No, shredded. I'm just gonna take this onion out, and I'm going to just give the processor a rinse before I do the apples, because so the apples I'm going to do two ways. I'm going to make an applesauce with a little bit of nutmeg and cinnamon. I'm going to keep one as a raw slaw. So it's not going to be cooked, it's just going to be shredded apple, not cooked, as a side topping. I'm going to make some that will be heated and warmed up and mashed, so it resembles more of a dipping sauce. And I'm going to leave some raw shredded apple to mix in our third type of potato latke. That's what I'll do. And a lot of these vegetables are wet after they're processed because a lot of liquids are in them, and it's good to get them out before frying. Okay, I'm going to give these a quick rinse and then do the apples. And then I'll chop up some bacon, beat up some eggs, then we'll start making the latkes. Okay. There's always some extra pieces stuck in the food processor. Okay, so I'll give these a rinse and be right back. I will be drying the vegetables again, and fruit again, before we mix everything up for the pancake. I have to rinse this too. Oh, and before I do the apples, I'm going to get a little bit of lemon because lemon helps to prevent the apples from turning brown. So I do have lemon, so I'm going to grab that. Okay. We had a flying apple. Okay. Great. Almost there. And a lot of juice came, actually, yeah, a lot of juice came out of the apple. I also posted a no sugar recipe for the applesauce because apples are naturally sweet. People eat apples on their own without adding any extra sugar to them. And if they're already sweet on their own, I thought for home cooking, it's good to keep it simple. Apples don't taste bad the way they are. So I think that this apple, I guess, sauce on the side or slaw on the side will do just fine. And yeah, okay. So we're going to start drying some of these. I'm going to separate some of the apple for frying our third style of pancake. So there's 3 styles. One style will be made with the all-purpose potato. Second one will be made with the yam. And the third one will be made with everything, including apple in it, to see if it works as a complete pancake meal without having to get an extra sauce on the side to dip if you're on the go. Okay. So here, and I'm going to separate the apple, some for cooking into a sauce over the stove, some for making this one, the small one, for just having like a slaw on the side, and a non-cooked version, almost like having pickles or sauerkraut on the side, without the need to cook it. Keep it easy. And this one in the middle, or either one of these, will be actually used in a pancake. So, and I'm going to squeeze lemon on these. It helps to prevent it from turning brown. I don't think it's necessary. I think apple on its own, like I said, tastes great. But I have the lemon here, so I'll use it. Yeah, use it. This was actually already used. I'm just squeezing the last bit of it out. And I have another half lemon in a little bag. I have more, but yeah. Okay. So this was going to be the slaw. The seeds keep popping out. I guess I should try to pick the seeds out before squeezing them. Some of them are They're like way down in there, but then they fall out when I squeeze them. Okay. Okay, and yeah. The one that I fried, the apple that I'm going to incorporate in the last pancake, I'm not going to put lemon on that. I want to keep it simple. Lemon on the ones that are going to be used as sides. I'm going to add lemon to those ones. Falling lemon seeds. All right. Okay. Let's see another seed. I know that in a lot of apple pie recipes, lemon is sometimes used to brighten the flavor of the apple. I've seen that done on MasterChef, a television show, which is a reality show. I think it's a franchise, and a lot of countries have their own version of MasterChef. Canada has there's a Canada MasterChef, there's a U.S. MasterChef, and I think there are other MasterChef shows around the world too. Yeah, okay. I'm just picking up the seed. Maybe I do need to add some music to this stream. Yeah. Okay. The seeds keep popping out, but I don't see them. When I look inside the lemon, I don't see them, but then they pop. They just like drop into that bowl. Okay. That's fine. That's good enough for now. Oh, my hands are all lemony. Okay, since they're lemony, I'm just gonna mix them and pick out any seeds that might have dropped that I didn't notice before. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm gonna give my hands a rinse, and I'm gonna start drying those items that are going to go in the frying pan. Okay. So the potatoes have quite a lot of liquid. And I think almost all recipes for Latkes say to dry the potatoes out. And this will help in the frying process. It'll help make them crispier if you're starting from potatoes that are not as wet. And it won't be possible to get them 100% dry, but we just try to help dry them. Okay. Yeah, it seems like such a waste, all this paper towel, and I like to use my towels to dry dishes, wipe the table, and they're clean towels, but never really use my actual towels for drying food. Yeah, maybe it's probably fine to do it, but I don't know. So I'm not being very environmentally friendly right now. I'm using a lot of towels in this process. I didn't realize they'd be this wet. Okay, oh, now I'll have to get more towels. Okay. Okay. Can you see in the camera? I can move Sorry, I know that's loud. Knife is loud. Okay, let's move this closer to the camera, to the little camera. It's really wet. There's a lot of moisture in potato. Okay. All right. Ooh, they're very moist. But it is what it is. Now I'll put this back in the bowl. Yep. Ooh. Do this potato back in. They're not dry. They're still quite moist, but they're better than when I first touched them. Okay. They look good. They look like these potato chips called hickory sticks, which are basically potato chips that are cut into little lines exactly like this. They look just like that. They look just like that. Maybe that's not a good. There's a lot of light. Yeah, they look just like that. So I'm hoping they turn out really good. You know, fried potatoes are always a crowd pleaser. And if you have children, a lot of children like to eat potato chips. They like fried chips. You can tell them these are just like potato chips or French fries, but they're homemade. So it's more convenient, and you can control the ingredients. You can have less salt in them if you make it at home. You know, when you go to McDonald's and get your French fries, you get like maybe like this much. But if you make your own, you get tons. I mean, you wouldn't want your children eating tons and tons of this, but supersizing your fries at home is a lot cheaper. I'm reusing these same towelettes, but I will take out more. Yeah. They look like carrots. The funny thing is, in my first broadcast, I made pumpkin pie from scratch. It's no longer uploaded to the Twitch program. It automatically removes broadcasts that or archive videos that are old. I guess 2 weeks is considered old, and I'll have to manually upload those onto YouTube and send the link. So I'll get around to that at some point. But when I was researching pumpkin pie, I made it from scratch. I actually carved a pumpkin and I shredded it. I researched that you can actually use carrot to make pumpkin pie or sweet potato to make pumpkin pie. And I realized pumpkin pie, the pumpkin itself, doesn't have a very strong taste. It's mainly the sugar added to make pumpkin pie tasty. So I guess when you add all your sugar to your carrot, your sweet potato, it's really the texture and the color you're looking for when you're making the carrot pie into a pumpkin pie or the sweet potato pie into a pumpkin pie. Like I've read that a lot of comments saying that carrot pie and sweet potato pie tastes just like pumpkin pie, and it's because of the sugar. Because these carrot and sweet potato, they don't taste the same. Or pumpkin, sweet potato, and carrot, they don't taste the same. How do they taste the same? It's because of all of the extra ingredients that actually cover the taste of the sweet potato, carrot, or pumpkin. So that's a little scary. When you make it yourself, you can control that sweetness, especially if you have kids. You don't want them eating too many sweets, or you want to trick them. Or you say, this is a pumpkin pie, then it's got significantly less sugar, and they don't feel like they're missing out on a treat because, yeah. So there's all these techniques. I have a coworker at work, and she makes her own bread. She makes her own Indian bread, naan, and she puts shredded vegetable in it. She puts broccoli in it, cauliflower, so that the kids will eat vegetable. But it's a good idea. It is. Yeah. Okay. Wow. It's moving along quickly. And now it's 9 o'clock. I'm not in a rush, but I often worry that viewers in different time zones, they have to head to bed or head to work. I know that in Germany it's probably around 3 a.m. It's pretty late. I remember from my New Year's Eve broadcast, it was 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time that I started, and it was 1:30 a.m. there. They had finished their countdown, and it was really, really late. Yeah, so I find that more of the German viewers, they are online during my weekend broadcast because of the time difference. So I'm trying this Thursday time out. So for some of you, it's Friday already. It's really, really late on Friday, but I'm trying this Thursday time just to see what time, what viewership we have. And it's good to mix it up so I don't leave people out. Yeah. Okay, so it's time to make it. Before I do, I'm going to get to the bacon on the stove because I'm putting bacon in our potato pancakes. It'll just enhance the flavor because bacon and potato or yam, they go really, really well together. So let's put some bacon in. My bacon's frozen because I often don't use the whole pack, and therefore I have to store it. So I did the bacon last because it's a raw meat, and then after I do that, I can put everything in the sink. Then I'm not using the cutting board anymore. That was my reason for doing the bacon last. Okay, and so I'm going to make sure everything that I will be using is away from the raw meat because it's not good to contaminate and get raw meat juices everywhere. Okay. So we actually have 4 packs of bacon in our freezer. And the reason for that is I'm kind of a bacon lover. I don't eat tons of it, but I like it. And whenever it goes on sale, I buy a lot and I put it in the freezer. Yeah, we love using the freezer. I kind of wish that refrigerators had bigger freezers and smaller fridges because the freezer is very useful. Like a refrigerator can only keep things fresh for a short amount of time. And you have to keep eating the food in your fridge or else it'll go bad. Yeah, I keep getting hair in my face. Sorry about that. So you can see me pushing really hard because it's frozen. But after I finish cutting it, and I'm probably going to cut not too much. So in this package, we probably have 1 pound. That's a lot. I mean, bacon isn't originally in the recipe. It's just there to complement it, to give it a nice, touch to it. So I'm just putting a little bit. So maybe half a pound for all of these pancakes that we're making. Okay. And for any of the new joiners, we do have a command button. So, for my new joiners, and also existing ones. I have beefed up the channel page. There's a frequently asked questions section with more information, and we also have commands, so you can hit !recipe to see what recipe I'm using as a guideline. I keep getting hair in my face, but I can't flick it out because my hands have bacon on them. And !menu to see what I'm making if you just joined. Yeah. Okay. And I'm just cutting up bacon. Sorry, that hair toss is very uncool. Okay. I really like bacon, and there's really a lot, but should I use it all? Should I use all this bacon? It's not a lot. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Very tempting. Okay, I'll cut a little bit more, and then I'll put it back in. It won't seem like I'm so greedy. I used it all. Okay. And then I'm going to put this in the freezer so that it stays fresh. I don't really like leaving things lying out. I'm paranoid, even though it's only staying out for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. I like to be pretty prompt about that. Okay, and everything, I'm going to use a towel to open the freezer. Okay. And I think all of these bacon pieces will be small once they're fried. I'm just going to put them on a low heat while I mix up our pancakes. Okay, just do that. Keep it really simple. I'm gonna put all this in the sink and wash my hands with soapy water since I touched all that raw meat. Okay. Sorry, my back's to you. Alright. I'm going to put it on a low medium since I'm not watching it, and it probably cooks quickly. Just a medium. Okay. Then I will spread them out. Yeah. And let the bacon bits sizzle. I'm also grabbing another pan since I'm going to be making quite a bit of this potato pancake, and I'm going to grab a few eggs. The recipe I posted doesn't require a lot of eggs, but I find that when you use more eggs, it's easier to work with. It will bind together. So I'm not going to keep an egg count. I'm going to mix it and use as many eggs as I need. Okay. So here comes the fun part. In my first broadcast, I beated eggs using my chopsticks, and people always find that really peculiar. A lot of people use a whisk to beat eggs. I use chopsticks, and because I grew up using chopsticks, and it's faster for me, it's easier for me, so you're gonna see me do that. Everyone does things differently. I grew up, this is my utensil of choice, I grew up to Chinese parents, and we ate using chopsticks. So it's my comfortable way of picking up food and beating eggs. So you'll see me. Yeah. I find that when using a whisk or fork, I end up stirring the eggs rather than mixing or beating them. So got a bit of eggshell. Gotta pick that out. Okay. So I'm starting with 4 eggs. I might increase it, but we'll see. See how we go. Some recipes call for flour. I'm going to skip that. The potatoes have a lot of starch. I want to stick to the true potato taste of these pancakes. Okay, I've got an eggshell in here. All right. It's all right. It happens. Really small, not a big deal. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna wash my hands a lot because I think that when I form these pancakes, I'm gonna end up using my hands, similar to making meatballs, and that's just the easiest way to do it. So you can look at the close-up camera, or actually here's good. Oh no, close-up camera's better because I think you can. It's too close when I use this screen. It's so I just loosen my wrist as if it were a motor, and I just like beat it. Yeah. I don't have to look at it. Like I just have to beat it. Like I just have to like really you can see it. And they're beat. I asked my dad when I was younger, how do you beat an egg with chopsticks? And then he said, pick up the chopsticks and you beat it. And oh, okay. So, and I thought it would splash everywhere, but when you do the circular motion, the eggs follow it. It's just like using your electric mixer. You just like replicate that motion, or you can go downwards, like. And it works. So, yeah, that's just a quirk. Maybe it's an Asian thing. I don't know. One of my viewers asked if I beat eggs with a chopstick. I said yes, because I think that person also does too. Okay. Okay, the bacon is looking good. It's just bacon, so you're not missing much. Yeah, I'm just gonna stir them up. Okay. Turn up the heat now. I have to figure this out. Okay. So we have 3 types of pancakes going on. We have the ones made out of all-purpose potatoes, your staple potato, found in your local market. The yam. Now we have a combination pancake that will contain both the all-purpose potato and the yam, and it's going to contain a little bit of apple. Okay, so we have apple here, and I'm going to put a bit of the all-purpose potato in with the apple, and also the sweet potato in. This is really a lot to make. But I think it should go by quickly. It's not that bad. Okay. So this is the combination in this smaller bowl, because it's the experiment. Okay. Now I'm going to add onion to all 3 of them. So early in the broadcast, if you're just tuning in, the basic ingredients for the potato pancake are simply potato and egg, and you fry it. That's it. Make sure your potatoes have been patted dry with paper towel. This will help in frying it on the frying pan. The bacon that I'm sizzling right now, the onion that I already shredded are added to just simply enhance the flavor. And I'm also going to add salt and pepper. So let me grab those. I was missing my pepper. Oh, it's right here. Perfect. I found it in time. The bacon's looking great. I want to turn it down. Give it a little stir. Okay. So we're going to add some salt to each of these. Just a pinch. Okay. Okay. And cracked pepper. Yeah. And this is to taste. I like cracked pepper very much. You don't have to use pepper, or you can use other types of pepper. In Asia, white pepper is common. You can put chili paste in it too, or chili peppers, or pre-grounded peppers. Just like when you go to a restaurant, there might be peppers in a shaker. You can just go ahead and shake that in. There's a lot of yam in here, so I'm going to put extra pepper in it. Oh, hands are getting tired from turning it. Okay, great. Now I'm going to, bacon's looking good. I'll let it sizzle for a little bit longer. I'm going to start with I don't think I can make all of these at once, but I do want to make them in the same pan so that I could share it. So I'm going to get another bowl where I make a bunch, put them on the pan, and then make another bunch, and leave the main bowl of potato intact without any egg mixed in. So you'll understand once I do it. It's just for the purposes of demonstrating so that it can be cooked, and I can explain how they taste differently. Okay, so this is going to be the demonstration mixing bowl. I'm just going to use about half of the potato that I prepared. Okay. Put that aside. I'm going to add some onion to it. Okay, that's quite a bit of onion. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to give that a mix, and then I'm going to add some egg to it. Okay. I'm going to use a spoon because I always spill whenever I try to pour. Okay, this is kind of big, but it'll work. Okay, our bacon looks good. I am going to turn that off. Okay. Okay. So I'll probably end up using more egg. I don't like them falling apart in the pan. Okay. And let's put this on the side. Okay, and then mix this up. They seem pretty fragile. I'm hoping that they really do stick together. Yeah. I'll add more egg. I want to be extra certain that they won't fall apart. Especially while streaming, right? Okay, so that looks, the consistency of that looks pretty good. It's pretty eggy, and I believe that once it's fried, the egg is going to bind all of that potato together. So the bacon's ready, so let's add some bacon to it. That's not bad. That's quite a lot of bacon. So I'm going to give that a mix. Okay. The bacon smells good. Okay. Once I start frying these, the fan will be on. I'll have to talk louder, so bear with me. So that'll be our music, because we didn't have music for this entire stream, so the fan is going to be the music. Okay. Okay. Let's fire this up. We're going to add olive oil, approximately 2 tablespoons. Okay. I guess I'll just use my chopsticks and I'm going to make these pancakes not too big. The smaller they are, the easier they are to control. That's a trick. When they're big, they're more likely to break apart. Okay. We'll do that. While I do that, I'll work on the combo one that had the regular all-purpose potato, the yam, the apple. So I'll do that. And so we're going to add some onion to that. Okay, so this is clean. And there, okay. Okay, it's almost ready. It's pretty hot, so I'm putting that in shortly. The bacon. Okay, so I think it's hot enough. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to put these classic potato pancakes onto that stove. Then I'm going to work on the other one on the other stove. Okay. And I'm going to lower the heat to a medium, actually a medium low. It is quite hot. And I have to turn on the fan or the fire alarm might go off. And I'll add a bit more oil. Yeah. So I'm gonna just give you a close-up look. Okay. You look in the camera. Okay. And those look pretty good. Okay, great. Now I'm going to mix the other one. And I noticed that as I was placing them on the pan, they were starting to stick together. So I think there's enough eggs. So that's good news. And I'm going to keep it on low heat so that they cook but don't burn. Alright. Now this is our mixed one that has everything in it. Okay. I'm going to put in this main bowl for easier mixing. Okay. I'm gonna put this one I might have to take out a third frying pan just to get this stream moving along and all of these cooked. Okay. Oh, and we need egg in this, of course. Yeah. Where would I put that? I'll find a way to squeeze an extra pan in there. Okay. We're actually going to have 4 pans on the stove because we have our applesauce. Alright. Okay. I'm just going to give this a mix. So this is our third style of potato pancake. And if you have any questions, don't be shy. This is a safe and friendly chat room and a very helpful sharing community and channel. We have viewers from around the world. I realize for those of you in Europe, it's really, really late, and it must be tough for you. I know it's close to 3 a.m. in Germany, Friday time. I'm gonna add more egg. I like egg. It really helps bind it together. There's a Persian sausage dish I like called kabida. It's like a beef sausage with lots of onion in it and some Persian spices. And it's a shish kebab that's made of ground meat. And you wonder, how do you get ground meat to stay on a skewer without falling? And the answer is you need to have the right proportion of dry ingredients to wet ingredients. You have too many wet ingredients, they'll fall apart. And that's why I made sure to dry the potato to just help get everything to stick together. So I really like this mixture. It's coming together. Also, another trick is some people add gelatin powder. I've done that before. I wouldn't want my meat to fall into the barbecue and just get all burnt. So, learn tricks. Alright. And I'm going to put I'm going to put the leftover bacon in this egg bowl actually no I'm not. I'm going to put it aside. Okay. I'm going to put it aside in the onion bowl since all this onion is going to go in the yam. use onion for the last. Pancake. So the pan has bacon fat on it. It has sausage fat on it, which is tasty. And some of you don't like this. I'm actually going to fry using that fat. I could soak it up and I could dry it off and add olive oil, but it's really tasty. Some people cook their French fries in duck fat because it's extra tasty that way. So since we do have bacon as a theme, it's just going to enhance the flavor, and this will be used to fry our combination pancake that has the all-purpose. Thank you so much for your follow, Dr. Swain. Please do let us know what country you're tuning in from. We are an international channel. Our viewers are from all over, and we talk about foods from all culture, and we cook a lot of fusion foods. So welcome to the channel and to Cook for Fun. Okay. Oh, and I didn't even turn it on. All right. Okay. So this combination pancake is going to be cooked in the bacon fat. Yummy, yummy. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, it's almost hot enough. I'll move this aside. Okay. These are going to be really good. There's a lot of grease there. It's just going to fry so nicely. Ooh, that popped in my face. There. And this is really hot, so it's going to go down too low. It's really, really hot. All right, I'm going to show that to you. It's actually going to bind a lot better. There's a lot more egg, and the egg really helps it, and you can see it. So let's just see it quickly. Look at that in the close-up, and also here. And those look so pretty with the different colors. And now we're making our last one. I'm not going to make all of this. I'll make about half of it because it's not going to all fit in the third pan. I'm going to take out another pan. So I'll do half of it. Okay. And I'll probably crack an extra egg. I like having the extra egg. It really helps. It really helps to stick them together. So, okay. We're not doing too many. Just a little bit less than a half. Simply because we're running out of space. And if you're wondering, I haven't checked on the other pancakes, the all-purpose ones, because it's if you start checking it, it's likely to break, and it's advised not to touch them for around 15 minutes. So those have been on for maybe 6 minutes, so we're halfway there. Okay, so for this yam one, we're going to add the onion and the bacon. And that's right. Okay, and egg. Okay, so I'm going to crack another egg. So in total, we've used 5 eggs. That's actually more than the recipe. The recipe would probably use only 3 eggs, 1 per pan, but I like the comfort of the pancakes sticking together, and eggs are really tasty, and they're healthy too. Okay, so I was demonstrating my egg chopstick beating skills. Okay. And it's all going to go in. Yay! It's going to be definitely sticking together. Okay. And before I mix it up, I'm going to get the other pan on the grill, start heating it up, mix it up, then it's ready to put on. Then I'm going to start my applesauce and clear up a bit and start plating. And you'll get to have a small mukbang session. A mukbang is where I eat in front of you and comment on the food. And it's a very popular streaming activity in Korea. It's called mukbang, 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 where the broadcasters eat in front of the viewers and they talk about their food. So I want to do a little bit of that. Okay. Smaller. Oil. Okay, now I'm going to mix it together while the oil is heating. Hi there! I think you're a fellow Canadian. Yeah. Welcome to Cook for Fun TV. Yeah. Okay. So this is actually the second type of pancake. It's the sweet potato one. I made them out of order, but they will all be ready at the same time, and I will let you know how they taste once they're done. We're almost there, and the heat looks pretty high. So I'm going to turn it down. Okay. Just giving this a good mix, and I'm sorry these are in your way. Thank you, Emma. Oh, great. Okay, so I'm going to start frying these up as well. So I have 3 types of the potato latkes cooking. And I'm going to start setting up to make the applesauce and plate. Hi! I was a bit quiet for a while and I was talking to myself, but that's okay. I knew you were still on and I wasn't alone. I knew you were there in spirit. Oh, was it really broken? Oh, okay. So that's something I have to look into. I didn't know that would happen. Oh, the chat was broken. Or you mean no one wanted to keep it going after it stopped? Well, I'm glad that it's picked up. Oh, chat servers were down. Oh, so this is a global thing across all channels. That's no good. Get us all streamers worried, having us all talk to ourselves. Well, at least if you couldn't chat, at least you had something to watch. It wasn't completely down, but the interaction's always the best part about the stream. Okay, I can smell the food, so I'm going to see how we're doing. Uh-oh. Looking for a, this is really big. Okay. It wasn't washed. Okay. So it looks like our yellow potato latkes are coming along. Okay. No problem, Emma. I know it's 9:47 Eastern Standard Time. Have a good night. Thanks for dropping by. Okay. So I want to show you. I flipped one of them and maybe this is better, camera. It's looking really good. It sticks together. I'm not afraid to actually walk over with it because it's sticking together. If I had used less eggs, I might have been like a little worried that little pieces would drop. So it's actually coming together quite well. So I'll keep working on the rest of them. Okay. Let's see if these ones. Okay. So the others need a bit more time. I'm going to start on the applesauce. We're almost there. It won't be much longer that we start to plate and have our mukbang. All right. So we have our shredded apple with our lemon juice, and you can see it didn't really change color, so that's great. And I'm going to put it straight in here. We're just warming them up. We're not frying them. Just warming them up. I'm going to add a bit of cinnamon and nutmeg. Those give it their typical applesauce flavors. And also, earlier in the stream, I mentioned that apples taste good the way they are. So we actually don't need to do very much to apple. And that's why I posted the no sugar recipe. Okay, so this is and I'm not even using a recipe, I'm just putting a little bit in. I like cinnamon, a little bit less nutmeg, just put it in, and that's it. Okay. Okay. Then it's just gonna go on the grill or the stove, and it's gonna warm up. It won't be too long. Okay. And I'm just going to leave the potato pancakes on the stove for a little bit longer. They haven't quite browned like the yellow potato ones. We want that nice golden brown sear, and we don't want to flip them too early or they might break, and once they're broken we can't really patch them together. The only way to amend to repair them is to get some more egg and try to bind it together or drizzle it so that they can stick. It's like the egg is like a glue. Okay. So I think we can plate everything on this. And we have our, 2 sauces. Okay. I have a surprise too. I have a surprise. I'm just checking on the applesauce. Now we're going to check on these combination pancakes. So in frying the yam pancakes, they actually turned out softer. They're not as crispy as the regular potato or the yellow potato pancakes. I think the yam is a little bit of a softer root vegetable than the potato. But we won't know until we actually try it. And I actually put it on the heat a little bit longer, so or on a higher heat, so they are brown. So it's not gonna look as nice, but it'll still be okay. It's not burnt. So to speed this up, I've actually increased the heat on all of them, and I'm hoping that they'll be ready very shortly. Okay. So I'm going to start plating, but very slowly. Here's a couple of the yellow ones. You might have noticed that I transferred some of the sweet potato pancake over to the other pan at the back and the combination one to the back. So I'm wondering if the pan makes a difference. So the yellow potato had less egg, and I'm noticing that the other ones are eggier. I like how they bind together, but I might have had too much egg. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I think a lot of the eggs sunk to the bottom, so one side has more egg and one side has less. So we might have one side that tastes more like crispy potato and the other side more like fried egg. Thank you for the comment, Blue Bite, and you're working on your Twitch banner. I look forward to checking it out. Yeah. Okay, so. We're gonna keep plating and then we're almost ready. All right. All right. Okay. Keep going through so many chopsticks. Okay. So, I guess you can't see. Oh, you can see in the small camera. Okay. I know I'm keeping you in suspense. I'm thinking about my plating. Okay. Maybe if I move it back, you can see a little bit. I will bring it up close for you to see. Here's the surprise. Ketchup! Because potato and ketchup go really well together. Okay, not too much ketchup, just a little bit, okay, to try. And these potato latkes are commonly eaten with sour cream. We tend to use yogurt in place of sour cream. We prefer yogurt, so we're going to use yogurt. The taste is not too different, but we like yogurt more, so that's going on here too. It's going to go, yeah, right there. Okay, and here we have it. So let me point this out. Okay, let me use my pointer. Okay, my big chopstick is a pointer. So I don't want to drop this. Okay, so right in front of you, these are the classic all-purpose potato pancakes made with the yellow potato. And I mentioned that this is just your staple potato. I didn't pick any fancy potato, russet potato, PEI potato, Yukon Gold. I just picked the really regular staple potato in your local market. In Canada, our potatoes come in sacks of 10 pounds, and that's what I picked. So it's got shredded potato, onion, bacon, and egg to bind it together. And it seemed to crisp really nicely. And didn't fall apart. I was really impressed. Okay. Here we've got the yam. This is the combination pancake. Let's see if we can get a better look at that combination. And it's got the yellow potato, the yam, bacon, and even apple. It's got apple in it too, and onion. Okay. This one is just sweet potato. They're a little bit darker. They're not burnt, but they're darker. Let's see how the other side looks. Okay, that's not as burnt. Darker. Hi there, Death Later. So this is your yam. I still have more, but instead of doing a mash, I thought about doing using them to make potato pancakes. So I made them in yellow potato, and then I didn't have sweet potato, so I used yam. I lied. It wasn't sweet potato. Someone told me that what I was holding was actually a yam, not a sweet potato. I did that. So this is a yam potato pancake that has yam, bacon, and onion and egg to keep it from falling apart. Okay. I might have overdone it with the egg, but I was just worried about everything crumbling and falling apart. And they don't fry as well as the potato. They feel softer. Good night. See you next time. Thank you for tuning in on Cook for Fun TV. And here we have our applesauce warm. It doesn't look like a sauce texture. I kept it simple. Shredded apple with lemon, cinnamon, and nutmeg, and I just warmed it up. I didn't mash it. So applesauce is supposed to be boiled. Like the apples are supposed to be boiled and then mashed up. I didn't mash it. I just, because they're not hard to eat. Like they'll be really mushy once I eat them. So I'll leave it in this nice shredded texture. It's pretty, and it will do the job. We cook for fun here. Keep it practical. Keep it real. Then right beside it, the lighter one, is just the applesauce. It's exactly the same thing. It's just shredded apple with lemon. If you just want to keep it simple, you don't want to heat it up and bring out another pan on the table. You just want to keep it simple. Eat it with apple. Not much difference between the warm apple and regular apple. We eat apples the way they are. There's no cinnamon and nutmeg, just purely natural. And as I mentioned, one of these pancakes, this one, was a combination with, it already has apple in it. So if you are having if you want to have a snack on the go, you don't want to carry your applesauce separately with your pancake, this is your complete pancake that has it all. It's got your yam, thank you so much for the follow, App1Jab. Yeah, app. I'm thinking of Apple right now when I see the word app. So this all-inclusive one has the yellow potato, the yam. It has apple in it and the onion and bacon. So it's got all your flavors in it, so you don't have to dip it in a sauce. You actually don't have to dip any of these in a sauce. It's like having French fries. These are like giant French fry patties. They are shredded potatoes that have been bounded together and then fried. So these are French fry patties, and you can have French fries plain, but they always taste good. They often taste good with a little bit of dipping sauce. So let us do our mukbang. Okay, so we're almost there. I've been talking so much without a drink. Okay, so let's try. To be honest, it's the classic yellow ones. They look the best to me because they seem crispier than the yam. The yam didn't crisp up as much. So I'm going to have it plain. And I'm going to try a bit of sauce with each of them. Okay. I really like that. It's really, really yummy. And there's bacon in it. It tastes so good. I actually don't feel like I need sauce with that because it's so flavorful. I probably don't need any of these sauces. I'm not even sure why people eat it with applesauce. But let me try some applesauce. Yeah. Okay. So I'll cut some of the, can you see that? Okay, I'll cut some of the yellow potato pancake. I'll add a little bit of the warm applesauce on it. So now I've got the sweet going and then, you know, the savory pancake going, and see if it's better, because it was actually good, the pancake, without anything. Mmm. Mmm. It's good. They're both good. They're good plain, and they're good without the, because the onion added a lot of flavor. The onion adds a sweetness to it. Onions are sweet when they get cooked. And there's bacon in it, and bacon's always good. So that's really good. Okay. Now I'm gonna try the yam one. Okay. The yam one. And this is the one that didn't crisp up as much as the yellow one. So I'm going to try it plain first. Okay. It's not as crispy as the yellow one, but yam tastes really good. There's more flavor to the yam vegetable. Like it's got a really nice taste. It's not as crispy. I mean, maybe if I tried to fry it longer on lower heat or something, but the potato, the all-purpose yellow potato, it crisps up a lot better. The yam doesn't really crisp up as much, but yams taste good. So, interesting. Okay, now I'm going to try it with the plain apple. It's not warmed up. There's no cinnamon or nutmeg added to this. I'm going to put this with the a piece of the yam potato pancake. So the apple slaw, it kind of reminds me of having like coleslaw, except it's apple on the side. It's crunchier because it's not cooked. The acidity is higher because it wasn't heated up. It's got a sharper, tangy taste. It's good. It's almost like having pickles on the side. The warmer apple is nice. I do think the warm apple is nicer, but it's just more work to have to take out an extra pan and heat it up. And again, these taste good plain without any of the apple. Okay, now I'm going to try this is the other one that was made with everything. Yellow potato, yam, and apple. So I don't have to dip apple sauce on it. See how that turned out. So there's apple in this one, which I've never seen any recipe. I decided to try it out as a third option. Okay. It's good. I think because there's the yam in there, it didn't really crisp up. I still like the crispier one, the all-purpose potato. But the other flavors are nice. Like the yam is very nice. The yam taste is a very tasty vegetable. But maybe for frying, it didn't work out as well. But I have seen yam used for tempura. I've seen breaded yam slices, and that tastes good. So maybe it would have been better deep fried with a coating on it. Yeah, the flavors are nice, but it didn't get the crispy texture like the yellow potato pancake. Yeah. Now I'm going to try the yellow one again with the yogurt. Okay. Can you see in the camera? Okay, you can sort of see there. Okay. Dip that in the yogurt. It's like having baked potato with sour cream. So it goes really nicely. So warm apple or the yogurt. Now I'm going to try the ketchup. So for the recipe, it didn't say to serve with ketchup, but because these are potatoes and they're kind of like French fry pancakes, and French fries go with ketchup, and ketchup's good with a lot of stuff. I thought it has to work. Ketchup with these pancakes has to work. So I'm going to try it. Okay. Yeah. I think I like the more classic recipe using all-purpose potato, the yellow one, because they turn crispier better. Okay. I know you guys can't see, so let me try to, put this in your line of sight. So the yellow one is crispier, and it's really good with, I think it's good with ketchup. Like, that's just a nice combination, ketchup and potato. Apple's nice, but it's just a lot of work. If you're ketchup, you just have to squeeze out of a bottle, and then you're good to go. Yeah, I think the yellow potato worked out better. It's crispier. It's just tastes better. The apple's a nice dipping sauce, but it's not necessary. Ketchup's really good. And the yogurt's nice too. Yeah. I mean, apple's nice and fancy. Sorry. and it changes it up a bit. But what do you do with applesauce? Like, if you don't finish it, I guess you can just eat it. So there you go. So there's different options. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of wished that, I was kind of hoping that the yam one would work out. I was excited about that because it just seems like a fancy ingredient to use that I wanted it to work out. And it's so attractive, like having the orangey color. What kind of apples? Good question. I don't know. The bag didn't even say. Maybe you can identify it if I show you one. These are the apples. And it came in this bag called Naturally Imperfect Apples. It came in a 1 kilogram bag. Product of Canada. Freshness and quality in all shapes and sizes. Yeah, apple. Can you tell what kind of apple this is? I can't tell. Yeah, I've heard about this Twitch problem. I'm really glad you guys are back on, though. Yeah. Okay, I also have Granny Smith, but these ones are more ripe. Wanted to use them. The Granny Smith ones that we have, they're intact, so they will last for another day, while these ones won't. So I'll probably bring this to work and eat it. Yes. So while chat is back on, please feel free to keep chatting before it turns off. And yeah, yeah. I'll eat this last bite, and then I'll join you guys more on the chat and sort of mill about and put things away and chat with you guys. You guys missed your chance. There was a really long time when chat was totally off. You guys had gone dark. Yeah. Hmm. Let me get our friend here. Yeah. He missed you guys, you know. Let me see. I have my phone here now, so I can read the chat. It's a lot closer and easier. Oh, yeah, it's connecting. It's not... The one on the computer screen is easier, but, like, it's far and the dog's gonna, like, sour. Oh, the apple wasn't that sour. I mean, a little bit. It was definitely more tart than Red Delicious apple. Yeah, but not as sour as Granny Smith. Yeah. Yeah, the chat on my phone is not, it's not loading. Like, it's far behind versus the one on the laptop. Yeah. Winston. I know, there's bacon in the potato and he smells it. I know, but you had your dinner already. You had chicken. Mm. Yeah. Okay. Oh, the chat caught up. Yep. Yeah. It was really funny. I thought the yam was a sweet potato. That just shows how often I eat that vegetable. I can't really tell the difference. I thought that was a sweet potato. And someone corrected me and said, that's a yam. I'm like, oh. And I went ahead and used it anyways. I've got quite a bit of leftover. I don't know what to do with it. I'll store it and I'll probably mash it tomorrow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm going to look it up now. Then I could distinguish between them. I don't eat enough to really notice. And I can't tell the difference between different types of potatoes either. Except when the skins are colored differently. But there's all sorts of yellow potatoes. And some people are very particular about what potato they use in their dish. Yeah. I think Yukon Gold is really common here. PEI. Okay, yeah, the yam is large. It was really, really large. Okay, interesting. I'll keep that in mind, and if I do pick up sweet potatoes, I'll try to make this again. Maybe not, I don't know. It tastes really good with the yellow potato. And I refer to the yellow potato as all-purpose potato because it's I think of it as a staple potato. I tell viewers, use the potato that is local in your in your country, in your market. I used one that came out of a 10-pound sack for like a couple bucks or $3. Don't want people to stress out and worry about buying a very particular type. Use the one that they already have, or that's really easy to find in their market. Then that makes cooking more fun if it's not expensive to do. You use common ingredients to cook something you like. Yeah. And if you can make something good with common ingredients, you never feel like you're not eating well. You always feel like you're happy with what you're eating, and it doesn't matter what you used for where you got it, like how much it was. You bought the basic one. Because I know depending on what country you're viewing from, certain ingredients might not be the staple ingredient. So potatoes in Asia are not common. Asia is more of a tropical climate, and root vegetables are not really as common there. Okay, thank you for joining, Kamiokin. 10:27 Eastern Standard Time. It is pretty late here. Yeah. So I was saying to the Asian viewers that they can use taro, which is a root vegetable. Just try it out. Nothing will taste bad. It might be different. I happen to like the yellow potato for this, but the other ones taste great too. It's not like I'm not going to throw them out. They're perfectly fine. They're great. I'll enjoy them. Yeah. So keep chatting. I'm just gonna get this place ready for the next stream. And let me know if you have questions. Oh, and before I sign out, I really want to tell you. So after every stream, I always think about what to feature in the next stream. And so I mentioned earlier, we have this pineapple. My dad gave it to us, and we have to use it. And what can I use it for? I'm going to use it for pineapple fried rice this Saturday. I haven't posted the time. Probably going to be 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, approximately. I'll post it so that you guys know. So I'm going to cut this in half, lengthwise. The next stream will be pineapple fried rice on Saturday in the morning, probably 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. My regular stream is 10:30 Sundays, but I'm enjoying it so much that I've added more and more shows. It's just so much fun. So I'm streaming more than I thought I would stream. I have a lot more extra shows than I originally intended, and it's been a lot of fun. And every time I think of something new to cook, I just want to I want to stream it because it's just too much fun. So I'm going to cut this in half lengthwise, scoop out the pineapple flesh or pineapple meat, make the fried rice, add pineapple to it, and then use these half shells as bowls for serving. So the presentation is going to be amazing for the pineapple fried rice this Saturday. So please tune in. Okay. Okay, we'll see you next time. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to sign out. So thank you so much for tuning in. I'll be posting our schedule for the next stream, which I've already hinted on would be coming Saturday. Will feature pineapple fried rice, and please check out my channel for updates on the recipe. I always post that, and we also update our frequently asked questions, so you can know more about our channel. So please stay connected. Take care. Peace out. See you next time. Ciao. Good night. Or good morning if you're in a different time zone. That's really, really nice, Death Vader. That's really considerate. I do hope you join. Okay, thank you. Take care. Bye. Bye. Yes, thanks. I hope you enjoyed your first stream with us. I hate to leave. Let's see if our friend wants to say bye. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye. Woof, woof, woof. Bye. Raise the roof. Okay. Ciao. Au revoir.